Vertusio, the shout-out app for industries, businesses, and services.
Prospecting and recruiting trends for 2021. As COVID-19 fades and life returns to normal, it's a perfect moment to anticipate future talent acquisition and recruiting trends. COVID-19 has a huge influence on several aspects of HR, including recruiting. That's seen in the increase of remote interviewing and applicant experience optimization. The epidemic hasn't been the only factor in changing the market. Recruiting has changed dramatically in the previous decade due to technological advances. Talent acquisition and recruitment strategies of organizations for 2021 were as follows. Remote work. Remote employment is a hot topic in recruitment this year. Companies swiftly adopted remote work in early 2020, and many have continued, but it changes the direction of talent acquisition. Companies increasingly want employees who can work remotely and interact effectively even when not in the same room. Between June and August 2020, remote jobs on FlexJobs rose 13%, and 66% of those polled want to keep working from home after the outbreak. To hire remote employees effectively, you must understand how to target the ideal applicants. Recruiting via Facebook. Social networking is no longer a trend. However, social media has become the driving force of interpersonal communication. That means being where the people are to attract great talent. Posting jobs on social media or interacting with candidates will remain vital. The numbers speak volumes. Recruiters said they utilize social media to hire new staff 70% of the time. Artificial intelligence. In a high-touch sector like recruiting, there's always space for growth. AI is revolutionizing staffing and talent acquisition. It automates repetitive tasks, allowing recruiters to focus on more strategic tasks. AI can help speed up the sourcing of applicants via an application monitoring system. Recruiters spend an average of 13 hours per week on one position, so solutions like AI that speed the process are game changers. Contract-based hiring. The gig economy existed long before Uber and Lyft became popular names. Many people still choose freelancing project work, and firms welcome these contractors. Freelancers' roles were predicted to grow, but the epidemic increased demand. Despite the ongoing layoffs, 73% of managers plan to recruit additional contractors. Inclusion and diversity. While workplace diversity and inclusion have been discussed for many years, many U.S. events in 2021 brought it back. A company is looking at making employment more egalitarian and inclusive. Hiring a diverse team promotes a business culture where different views contribute to success. Employee satisfaction. It's no wonder that wellness and mental well-being are key topics moving forward. Workplace stress may lead to long-term health issues, and corporations become aware of their role. During the early months of the epidemic, up to 33% of American employees experienced despair. Of course, employees' mental health is a global problem. Work-life balance support. Work-life balance is still receiving a lot of attention. Employers understand the value of time away from work, especially as more workers work from home. Companies should not expect employees to work after hours because they work from home. Some societies value work-life balance. In the Netherlands, just 0.4% of individuals work overtime. But in Turkey, 33% of individuals work more than 50 hours every week. Candidate experience and employer brand. Candidates and employers are likely to be discussing employer branding today. Your employer brand is built on your reputation and applicant experience. Even though many of the applicants you meet don't get hired, organizations know that treating everyone properly improves the overall process and quality of her. 78% of job seekers feel that handling them throughout the hiring process reflects how they would be treated as employees. HR outsourcing. Outsourcing HR operations are becoming increasingly popular as more organizations work remotely. Having an in-house HR department may no longer be the best use of corporate funds. HR outsourcing from companies that specialize in this can enhance procedures. According to Inc., some organizations choose to outsource only some areas of HR, so the alternatives are endless. VR, virtual and augmented. While it may sound futuristic, virtual and augmented reality are already being utilized for employee onboarding and training. Virtual reality helps new employees comprehend manufacturing, safety, and fabrication procedures in several businesses. Employees may take a virtual tour of the workplace. Some experts predict that VR and AR will change the future of recruiting. Remote onboarding. Remote onboarding is equally critical to the success of remote working. To start, most businesses use electronic signatures for tax filings, I-9 verification, employee handbooks, policies, and contracts. Aside from paperwork and training, incorporate employees into the workplace culture. Gamification. Gamification uses game mechanics, philosophy, and design to encourage people. Using the notion in recruiting has become a big role. Companies now use quizzes, challenges, and behavior-based evaluations to assess job seekers. Gamification may make critical components of recruiting like skill evaluations more fun for both recruiters and candidates.
If you've enjoyed watching this video, then give this video a like and share with a friend. Also click on the subscribe button below to be notified as new videos are released.